Well, welcome back, everybody, for the fifth chimney stop. Santa Herb's 12 Days of Christmas. I hope you've endured the first four. And I know yesterday's was a little, what a tearjerker. Today is going back to a Christmas carol. In this case, really a Christmas hymn, and one that a lot of you probably have never heard, because it is a Moravian hymn from the Moravian Church. But it's one that's quite good. I was looking for Christmas attire, and you know I don't have a whole lot. You think I would, a 35-year-old man. Maybe I'm dyslexic. Maybe it's the other way around. But I got my nutcracker tie on, and I got my Christmas in Hawaii shirt, and of course the UK Kentucky basketball thing. Also, just a side note, look what arrived today. I always wanted to learn how to play the violin, and so that showed up on the doorstop today. So I'm going to give that a try tonight. And I'm going to fiddle around with that. Fiddle around. Okay. All right. The girls, they've gone to Waffle House. They're celebrating their new nail polish that they received today from Amazon, and so Angelica Houston is here again, filling in. Thank you, hon. And just a brief history of the Moravian Church. My teenage years and stuff, growing up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which was a central settlement of Moravians that came from Europe, with Pennsylvania, moved down to North Carolina, all through the backing of the European royalty, Count Zinzendorf, and so they established Salem, North Carolina, and it's known now. It's in the city of North Carolina of Winston-Salem, hence the name Winston-Salem, and the cigarette names. But now it's called Old Salem, and it's like a historic village of their homes, of their businesses, of their graveyard, their church. A really interesting place to go, and a great place to go on Easter morning. Perhaps we'll talk about that later, but perhaps we'll not, depending on the time. But it's basically a Protestant religion. The Moravians, they believe, in grace and the Trinity and such. Their founder, Jan Hus, was much like Martin Luther. He, in the Czech Republic at that time, he was campaigning for a break from the Catholic Church because of the abuses that were going on at that time. Okay. But unlike Martin Luther, Jan ended up being burned at the stake. So, but the movement went on, and the Moravian sect took place. That's a short history of the Moravian Church. I hope some of it is true. One of the major symbols is the Moravian star, which has got 26 points, I believe. In North Carolina, you see them everywhere, especially when Winston-Salem. They're just, everybody's got a Moravian star hanging out at Christmas time, and I got one here someplace, but I don't know where. So I'll have to maybe dig that out sometime, but I probably won't. This particular piece is sung at Christmas time, and it's also performed at the Easter celebration, Easter sunrise celebration, which is really cool because all the Moravian churches in town, Winston-Salem, they had their own bands, and Easter morning they would traditionally they would load up on like flatbed trucks and such, and go throughout the neighborhoods before dawn, playing these Moravian hymns. Excuse me. And then they all gathered at Old Salem on Easter morning in the graveyard, and everybody's welcome. You go there, and then they start from different areas of the graveyard. One of the bands would start playing a passage from a piece. Another band would answer back with another piece of that song, and it would go on back and forth, like an owl hoot, but with beautiful music. And then the sun would be rising up, and then you see all the people and all it's quite remarkable. Also, Christmas time, we have the love feast. They have the love feast, and which is you come to the service, to the Christmas service, and it's they serve you a unique flavored coffee, and then a uniquely flavored bun, and that is your love feast. And then they have the service, and one of the main stays of the music is a Moravian hymn called "Morning Star, O Cheering Sight," written in 1657, originally as a poem by Johann Schleffler. It was put to music in 1836 by Francis Hagen, who taught a boys' school there in Salem, North Carolina. So that I learned that. I didn't know that who actually put it into music. But Morning Star, it's done at both the Christmas time, but also at Easter time. So without any further ado, let us look at Morning Star, and we'll get this going. Morning star, O cheering sight, ere thou canst how dark earth's night. Morning star, O cheering sight, ere thou camest how dark earth's night. Jesus mine, in me shine, Jesus mine. Fill my heart with light divine. Morning star, thy glory bright far excels the sun's clear light. Morning star, thy glory bright far excels the sun's clear light. Jesus be constantly, Jesus be more than 1,000 suns to me. Thy glad beams, thou morning star, cheer the nations near and far. Thy glad beams, thou morning star, cheer the nations near and far. Thee we own, Lord alone. Lord alone, thee we own, our dear Savior, God's dear Son. Morning star, my soul's true light, tarry not to dispel my night. Morning star, my soul's true light, tarry not, dispel my night. Jesus mine, In me shine, in me shine, Jesus shine. Fill my heart with light divine. Put the music, written 1657 as a poem. Put the music 1836. Morning Star, oh cheering sight. I hope you enjoy this little visit with the Moravians. If you ever have a chance to go to North Carolina, Winston-Salem, or some places in Pennsylvania, maybe experience an Easter sunrise or a Christmas love feast service with the Moravian Church. Protestant, they welcome all. They believe they welcome all other Protestant sects. So, once in your lifetime, you ought to see the Easter sunrise service at the Moravian Church. Anyway, hope you've had a good day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Finally attired, and as usual, Noel.